of your invest is gonna introduce himself in French, and I'm gonna try to translate it as best as I can. Ok, vers Invest, si tu veux
The stage is
t'introduire
yours.
et présenter et dire un peu ce que tu fais autour d'OVR et essaye de faire une phrase par une phrase, comme ça moi je peux traduire en direct quoi.
Tu me dis si tu m'entends bien?
Un petit peu plus fort,
Là
s'il vous plaît.
non, ouais là on
Non?
t'entend. Ah,
Là, c'est un peu mieux.
Ok. Du coup, moi, je suis un jeune, un jeune débutant en crypto.
okay,
Euh,
so okay, so I am a young guy who starts in the crypto world.
et donc, je m'intéressais aux projets publicitaires autour de la crypto et des NFT en général.
Okay, so I got very interested around the advertisement part of the AR industry and in particular OVR.
Et bon, voilà, c'est vrai que je suis tombé sur Rover, je sais même plus comment, je veux dire, mais c'est un projet qui m'a énormément intéressé et dans lequel j'ai vu un énorme potentiel. Donc voilà, je me suis lancé.
Okay, so I ended up finding about OVR quite randomly, and I got very interested in that, so that's why I got in.
Voilà, donc pour être un peu plus précis, j'ai investi environ la moitié de mon portefeuille, je dirais, dans OVR et puis dans le reste, dans le Shiba et dans le Cargo X. Voilà, je sais pas si vous connaissez.
Okay, so I invested half of my portfolio in OVR and a bit in Shiba and Cargo X, if you guys know about it.
Puis un peu dans le... Ah merde, j'ai oublié le nom.
Nice.
Dans le
Oh, welcome,
stablecoin.
digital fam. Hello, Carmen. How are you?
Hi,
How are you?
can you hear me?
Could you increase the volume of your mic a little bit, please?
Yeah.
Et tu peux continuer.
Ouais. Alors moi j'ai une particularité, c'est que j'investis que pour l'instant, en tout cas sur Monaco. Voilà. Parce que je me réfère au prix du marché, je dirais tangible, parce que je pense qu'il y a des fortes similarités. Donc voilà.
So you're
Okay,
investing.
so the particularity is that I invest only
Monaco.
in Monaco,
I think
in dans la principauté de Monaco, because I feel that the real estate is very interesting there, and I'm really I focus on the tangible assets.
yeah, it's fantastic for advertising big brands in Monaco. C'est magnifique pour faire les publicités pour les grands boutiques comme Louis Vuitton et Balenciaga à Monaco.
Ah, exactement, exactement. Alors moi je suis plus sur toutes les boutiques automobiles de Monaco. J'ai acheté, je dirais, au moins 80% des boutiques automobiles en fait. Puis même des rues, les rues un peu passantes, un petit musée et puis aussi pour le côté spectacle, une salle de concert. Voilà.
Oh wow, okay. So he just said that he
He's
he really
invested in
focused he really focused on buying around the automobile industry. So he bought like 80% of his 80% of your lands are in this industry and are in Monaco actually. So this is his strategy, and he said that also he bought like a museum, but that's all. He really focuses on the automobile industry.
very nice. Yeah, I can see it being useful for like the sort of Bugatti experience where was it who was it last week? Someone was talking about last week about animating, so you can see like the different interiors and the different trimmings for your car, and you can bring it down from like the high class Bugatti experience to the more commercially viable sort of like Renault or Audi experience, where it's or Renault Citroen, so that you can people who are buying these sorts of lower end cars can still tailor or have the experience of tailoring their own car. So I can see great potential in the automotive industry. Fantastic. Is there anything? Digital Fam, I think I cut you off.
Est-ce que tu veux
No.
rajouter quelque chose?
I'm here, I'm listening.
Ouais, je voulais dire un truc juste sur le projet Dream Collab. Parce que je sais pas si vous avez soulevé le point la semaine dernière, mais sur le point réseaux sociaux du projet. Je sais pas où ça en est.
Okay.
He's asking about the social media part of Dream Kollab. Can you tell us a bit more?
Yeah, so since our discussion last week, I've added sharing buttons on every single page, which shares
Okay. Just talk a little bit slowly because I have to translate.
I'll explain it in English and then I'll explain it in French if that makes it easier.
Okay. Sentence by sentence.
Okay.
So it's digestible.
Depuis la semaine dernière, j'ai mis des boutons sociaux sur toutes les pages de Trade Kollab. Comme ça, vous pouvez partager votre produit, vous pouvez partager votre profil sur tous les réseaux sociaux comme Facebook, Instagram ou il y en a plein, il y en a sur Pinterest, toutes.
Hey, Carmen, can you mute yourself while typing, please?
So
that's fine.
So so since last week, to explain this in English, since last week, I added buttons on all the pages to allow people to share their own products and to make it easier for people to share. There is...
don't forget to translate.
Depuis la semaine, il y a encore plus à ajouter.
Là, je l'ai compris.
Oh, you
understood? Okay, good.
Je suis quand même chaud en anglais.
Okay, good. So it's getting there. We've also released the company registration. So if you're operating your either development company or you are operating your rental service under a company, we are now product testing the company KYC. Depuis la semaine dernière, j'ai ajouté le KYC de grandes compagnies. Comme ça, vous pouvez, si vous avez, if you, Hexagon, can you say if you operate under a limited company?
Si tu opères sous le
C'est a difficult one, isn't it? Si vous avez votre propre boutique de développeur ou pour faire les rentals pour lease, tant pis. Vous pouvez maintenant faire le KYC de boîtes d'entreprise.
Okay.
What else? On a traduit le site en japonais et allemand. We've also translated the site into Japanese and German. So in total, that means that we're looking to onboard people who can speak English, French, Spanish, German, and Japanese so far. There's still a lot of work to do. Il y a encore beaucoup de travail à faire, but we're going step by step. What else have we added? Hexagonaut mentioned last week that he wanted to see more user to be able to search and to search for users. Hexagonaut, il a demandé la semaine dernière pour plus de accessibilité à voir les profils des artistes, des users.
Ouais.
So we've added that as well. It's been a busy week. Oh, we've lost a couple people. Anyway, we'll carry on. So, Digital Fam, do you want to tell us a little bit more about your project? Carmen?
Yep.
Or Hexagonaut, do you want to tell us a bit about the OVR news this week?
I can't hear. You can't hear?
I think she's muted. One sec. Maybe it's me. Hello, Carmen.
Hi.
Sorry, that was my fault. How are you?
Well, currently, no. I just love being part of this. So currently, my project is on standby or on hold because other real life projects are being pushed forward. But the one major project is getting a gallery, sort of like a gallery / NFT in place, and I have no idea how I'm going to start that. So I have 200 paper dress collections that I made. They're like about maybe, I don't know, 10 centimeters long. And I want to capture them in 3D, create an NFT, and then have them displayed in certain areas on the overlands that I have in different cities.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, sorry, I was just muted. Yeah, very very nice. So you're putting it on hold. Is that because of technology, or is it just because of the real world, other stuff you need to do for the time being?
It's because of the darn real world.
Yeah.
That's why. I also have a few hexagons in Toronto because that's my hometown, and I am getting people to develop content on them. And I don't know how that'll happen because I haven't been kept up to date with how do you get people to access your overlands. Do we have that feature yet?
Yeah, so the link came out, I believe it was on last Wednesday actually, because Kebra said that he was concerned about the link into the profile, so he suggested that I can link straight from Dream Kollab to the Hexagon, which is now also another feature that we've added on this week. So if you click on the multiple lands, it will take you straight to the land and to the experience. Yeah, so
that's perfect. So to be honest, I've only uploaded one overland on Dream Kollab because real life or real world.
Yeah.
But it's really nice to see the website progress with all the features that you've enabled, Paul. I'm really impressed. At the current status. So congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a lot of work, but it's good. I'm enjoying the progression, and I want to keep building, and I really see the potential in this industry. So whatever I can do to push the industry forward, and also I like being my own boss. I don't like being told what to do, so it's perfect.
I think you and me both. So you're opening the platform to other, I guess, platforms, not just OVR centric, correct?
Yes. So I was always going to try and spread out and open up to third parties.
Nice.
Just because I can't be too reliant on just OVR. Although they're the first, and I see them as like the Bitcoin, and I continue to there's like links to their site on next to where all the other ones, I mention all the other platforms, but I specifically left links for OVR there. for the time being, which is really good. I just really like their progress. There's Spheroid Universe, AR Kona, and Superworld that I'm going to be reaching out to. At the moment, I've just sort of been preparing for that. I've not reached out to them just yet. So they might be joining us, and we might be able to get some experts next week in their fields, and then we can all have a group discussion about the industry as a whole.
Oh, that's perfect. Are you on LinkedIn?
Yes, I am. I'll send you a message in a second with my LinkedIn.
That's the perfect way to reach out to any like C-suite or decision makers on any of those companies. And you also do a great job engaging on your Twitter when you do have the time. So that's really good.
Thank you. I've been.
If it is you.
Yes, yes, it is. When I do have the time, I do go on there. In terms of reaching out to like larger corporations and stuff, I have been doing a bit on LinkedIn, but I've got introduced to a platform called Sky's the Limit, and it's really good actually. They're quite young, but I've had interviews with people at like KPMG. And a few other places all around America. I think it's quite big in America. So I've been chatting to some people in Pennsylvania, New York. There was a guy in Chicago. There was even a Colombian businessman who was in the edutech industry in Colombia. It's been really good. So I'm pushing out into like the corporate world and try and get my name out there as much as possible, and the name of Dream Kollab, and get them to understand the industry. I've had a few pushbacks, which I believe have counted quite nicely. I think the biggest hesitancy is like, if I own the land, then surely I have the rights to the land, to which I responded that it's not. It's just broadcasting rights on the platform. It's no different to like broadcasting on the radio or TV or anything like, or just posting on the internet. It's just a novel way to access the data via being in the location, and that seems to have like just brought them completely over to the AR metaverse side, and explained a bit about like how it can be used in education, how it can be used for advertising, how it can be when we can start purchasing stuff through the metaverse as well. That will open up a whole host of new industries and new technologies, and
right.
So that's sort of what I'm pushing for.
It's pretty exciting. The possibilities really seem endless if you think about it. Like you would think when people say, "Oh, how could I use it in Overland or why?" And I'll just say, "Well, the perfect business or use cases is like in real world already." However, I feel like the augmented reality platform will just give people and companies so much more room to play with. Like it's just nuts.
Yeah, it's a whole nother layer. It's an upgrade to the world, and so you can tailor however you like to see it. And I've been specifically focusing on decentralized AR metaverses. The decentralized, rather than there's Block V, there's Facebook, but I think I'd much rather focus on decentralized, so people like all of us in here who have bought OVR lands or thinking about buying it are able to like benefit from this, as opposed to, and try and spread it out a little bit so it's a bit more homegrown and a bit more like tailored to the local environment, or tailored to like small businesses. Like I know that for a fact that walking down the high street, it's a lot better to see loads of little boutiques and a lot more interesting than seeing the same chains of like clothing and stuff that you see in every other small town and village. So that's why I like decentralized, because it allows people to advertise their small businesses, to do stuff on a smaller scale that would cost them a ridiculous amount to do through Facebook and to maintain, because if Facebook continue with their pricing strategy, which is great for the rental, you guys will be able to take full advantage of their pricing schemes of, I think it's like, I did the equation on some ads that I ran, and it was about 1p per view. So if you, or like 0.1p per view, which is nothing really. Which is, well, it's a lot, but it adds up eventually. So if you've got high footfall areas that you purchase now is like the perfect time, because on all of these metaverses, like there are a lot of spaces available. You will be able to just run the ads through Dream Kollab and claim it back at a price that fits their sort of model. Maybe you can charge more, maybe you charge less. It just really depends. Also, I feel like decentralized ones are even more social than the social media metaverses, because with the social media metaverses, there is everything's in their social bubble. So even though it's social, it's very much tailored to you as an individual, and it's not really not everybody in the area can see the same thing as you. So let's say you'll probably see a load of random people playing like a video game in a park or something in AR, and if it's too centralized and it's so tailored, and like the algorithms and the social bubbles are kicking in, then you may never see that like digital advertising game or whatever, the digital game that's everyone's playing, and then it's like, oh well, what's the point? So I think it's more social, just like a high street's quite a social place. You have loads of people like chatting and outside, because one of the biggest things with the digital age is that everybody got brought back inside. So with less people out on the streets, in the parks and stuff, especially in England, it's just like people just got away with a lot more, and it just because you haven't got all the generations keeping an eye on all the others. It just gets a little bit more rough, because you can get away with more. So hopefully it'll bring more people back outside, bring the video games outside, and then if you can turn like the local five-a-side football pitch or the football goal or basketball court into have like an AR scoreboard or something that can relay the data, and you can see everybody's high score like in an old arcade, then you can really bring people to play video games and stuff.
Yeah, that's amazing. Like I think OVR SDK created that Super Mario thing that was on Hexagonauts YouTube channel the other day, and I was like, oh, I would do that. Like that's amazing. Well,
impressive creation.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. I have to slip out for a meeting.
Okay, no problem.
I'm glad I was able to make this. Thanks for pinging me on Telegram.
No problem. Thanks for joining.
Ciao, everyone. See you later.
Ciao.
Have a great day, evening. Bye-bye.
Ciao. So My8, have you managed to fix your microphone? Oh, he's gone.
Yeah, I think he's.
Oh no, My8's still here. He's saying goodbye. Oh, okay.
Can't speak.
No problem. Whipper, would you like to introduce yourself again? I know you were here last week. It was great talking to you.
Yeah, not much to add, really. Just sort of been listening in, trying to get more familiarized with OVR in general, and this sort of just hearing you guys talk. It's pretty interesting. It's like this whole other world that, like, I don't know, you just would never even think exists. It's really cool to hear you guys talk about all this stuff. It's super interesting.
Cool. Well, that's fantastic. Does anybody else want to add anything? I realise it's been half an hour.
It depends. Do you want to make it like an half an hour podcast or?
Well, last week was an hour. This week we've sort of raced through everything. Is there anything else you'd like to see on the website that I can do this week? Because I've been racing through all the stuff from last week.
I mean, as I said last week, like if you can create a section with all the developer profiles and like let them put a description of their services and the price and their price. Actually, this would be a very, very nice addition.
Yeah, so at the moment they can build the product just like when we're building the rental side. I've added the search feature for the users, and then you can see their user profile, just like with the searching for products. But if you search a name and click on the little profile icon, it will take you to all the people who match that description, or there's a few different fields that it searches, like the public username. You can search by like their description, and Crypto Stonks is on vacation. Yeah, so I've added a bit more. I can make it even more in depth. But just like you can see your published services on your profile or on the profile of others when you click onto their product, the developers will be able to show their description and list their products. Hello, Meta Designed.
Yeah, well, that's great news. I'm just saying because I think this would be like really, really, really good.
I'll try and fill it out a little bit more. There is more that I can do. There's always more.
There's always more, obviously, but yeah,
okay. Well, Meta Designed. Glad that you could make it. How's the holiday? I don't know if he can turn on his mic or not.
Well, I guess he's
anyway. So it's
calm and relaxing.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been fantastic talking to you guys. By next week, hopefully, I will have spoken to the Spheroid Universe and a couple others, and I will be able to get some experts in those AR platforms to come on, and we can have a general discussion about the augmented reality metaverse. That's the plan anyway. I'll try and get that sorted. Is there anything anybody else wants to mention? Meta Design, welcome.
Mic check.
Mic check. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm just on vacation in Vancouver right now, and so I kind of missed this, but I'll definitely be checking out the replay, and I'm really looking forward to being able to join in on these conversations in the future, though.
Yeah, for sure. It's good to have you. It'll be good to have you on. This week's been quite quiet because I just relaying the information the information that I updated on the website from last week, all the updates, and we've spoke to OVR Invest about Monaco, My 8 and also Carmen, and Hexagonaut. Hexagonaut, would you like to tell us a bit about the news or?
The news. Well, as you guys saw, virtual lands are selling like hotcakes, guys. It's exciting, right? So yeah, this is great news, and I guess that the standard selling price of the hexagons will keep on increasing in the future, obviously. That's why I decided to adjust some selling price of some of my hexagons. What else? I guess if you check your email, you must have received an email from Exclusible saying that you were one of the first one to log into the platform, blah blah blah, and you must have received your NFT, which is the letter E, claimable at the launch of their platform. What else?
Nice. So is it true that he's sending someone to space? I saw some.
Yes, it's true. Last Friday I saw a Twitter post from them saying, we have a saying that, oh, we have a big secret for you, blah blah blah, with a picture of yeah, from the moon watching the Earth, and I was like, oh, is this surprise in the space? I was just joking saying that, but it turned out that it's actually true, and they are actually sending someone to space. And I believe that it's like next level marketing, like to get people to know your brand. Wow, that's huge. Like, I mean, and this is a topic that is trending right now with Jeff Bezos going to space, Richard Branson, who
Went
who
to
wanted to
space.
go to space, but he didn't make it apparently.
He got into the ozone, didn't he? He wasn't quite there.
Yeah, so yeah, here are the news so far, guys, and the price of OVR is going up along with the other altcoins. So yeah.
Great. Meta design. I know you've got some fantastic projects going on. Do you want to tell us a bit more about was it the city? Was it Unicity or what was? Oh, VinCity. VinCity creation that you made.
That wasn't actually mine. That was one of the users in Over SDK that had built that. It's I think his username is It's Toxic or Toxic Nick or something, but it's like the vowels are removed.
Okay.
So he's a Toronto-based hip hop rap musician, and he had designed that scene as a release party for a single that he had put out. And I think it was a bit early because that was almost 2 or 3 weeks ago he put that out. And we didn't have the links yet or anything. And, I think he was trying to onboard new users. And he said it was a little bit, a little confusing for some of the people. And then so the day that the links had come out, I'd posted his content with making it more accessible for the people he was trying to reach to get into Over easily and check out his scene. And yeah, I was just really impressed. Like I'm kind of into music myself, so I really like the idea of using Over to broadcast music and share.
For sure, yeah. There's definitely great potential there. The one of the Alien was one of my friends' tunes that I just made a little scene for, and I really enjoyed that, and it makes it feel a bit more immersive when there's like audio or music, and like you can throw some raves or so like
right. So I was telling you I want to work on a scene too, because like I do some DJing myself, so I got to like record myself in front of a green screen. I think doing like a mini set, and then in Blender I'm gonna like fade out the green screen, so there'll just be like a flat 2D image of myself like DJing on a stage. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. But I'm trying to like learn how to animate like 3D scenes to music right now, like so like have like 3-dimensional visuals is kind of what I'm looking to have with this scene. So I'm just learning a bunch of stuff for that right now. It's really exciting.
How's that going? Because that sounds very interesting.
It's really good. I just like sometimes I'm having problems with my rendering. Like I'm using Blender, and then like I get the scene all working in 3D, and then I render it, and I have an issue.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's yeah. I mean, there's just like some hurdles. Like I'm still fairly new to all this 3D stuff. Like my experience with 3D traditionally has been with drones. Like I've been a commercial drone pilot working with like TV and industry stuff, and we do like photogrammetry scanning. Like we'll fly a drone over an area, and then we'll build a 3D map from those photos. So that's kind of what I have been doing, but now more recently with this Over, I'm like getting into the editing and creating and like of 3D models, whereas before I was just basically kind of capturing data to build them and then handing it over.
That's great. So in terms of building 3D objects, I saw that Unreal Engine 5 has got quite a good one that you'll be able to use the LiDAR feature on the iPhone 12 to then create like 3D objects. So maybe instead of being DJ
Yeah.
Flat Stanley, you'll be able to make an actual video or something of like a
Oh,
3D
right.
object.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, eventually we're going to move away from the 2D.
Yeah, no, it'll be pretty aesthetic though. You can definitely make it because it's just so mad that the DJ's flat, but it looks from the front it'll look like he's there, and you can walk in the scene, which probably doesn't look as photorealistic as the actual DJ itself. You could make that pretty stylized, I think. Bit like some of the old grind videos on the tapes where they've got like a old VHS recorder. Was it VHS recorder? I don't know. It's the ones
Yeah,
that they
I
used to
think
use.
so.
Yeah, I'm too young for that. I'm joking. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like the sound of that. Any last words before we wrap this up? Because it's
For me, I just want to say thanks again, guys, for hosting this. I look forward to hearing the replay. Like I said, I'm away on vacation, so I couldn't jump in earlier. But yeah, thanks again, and
perfect.
look forward to contributing.
Thank you very
Enjoy
much.
your vacation, man.
Yeah, enjoy it. Vancouver's meant to be lovely, isn't it? Is it?
Yeah, I'm here, and I'm actually got some hexes here with content on them, so I'll be taking some pictures of like. I basically just load everything remotely up until now, so I'll be visiting my first live hex today, I think.
Nice.
Oh, great.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, boy.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah, for sure. The more content we can get out there, the more people we can get on board. We need to. We've got the whole world to convince to show. Well, to teach really. Just get it out there, so that people can enjoy all our creations and stuff. So, in terms of, yeah, it's just fantastic. I really enjoy building stuff when I get a bit of time. My brother's started. He's a software engineer, so he's done a bit of Blender and a bit of Unity and stuff in the past, and he's been having a crack. So he's gonna start listing his services on Dream Kollab when he's back from holiday. I think he was gonna do something for Eagle NC, but I don't.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just a logo for a sushi restaurant, but I think we're just waiting for Eagle NC to tell us whether the sushi restaurant want it or not. So just waiting on that. But it's all good. Just little things like that will just add to the brand depth, and like people will be like, as soon as people start realizing it, if like the new media picks up on it eventually, it's just like all these companies that already have experiences there will just be like, oh wow, have you seen that? And then you can say like, yeah, I've been doing it for like the last 6 months or something.